These are the last four hammer brands still forged on American soil. Brands like Estwing, Vaughn, Council Tool, and Hardcore Hammers. And one of them nearly disappeared forever in 2024. In a hand tool market now worth billions, only four forges remain. After 155 years of continuous operation, Vaughan and Bushnell Manufacturing came within weeks of shutting its doors, laying off 130 workers and erasing one of the oldest tool-making legacies in the country. What saved it is a story worth telling, but what's even more striking is how few American-forged hammer brands are left to save. In April 2024, news broke out of Bushnell, Illinois that Vaughan and Bushnell Manufacturing would close its factory. This was a company that had been forging hammers since 1869, that had survived the Great Chicago Fire, 2 world wars, and over a century of market shifts. A buyout by Marshalltown had fallen through. Their marketing director put it plainly: "We were extremely excited about the possibility of combining two great American companies, but it became clear to us the timing just wasn't quite right." Financial issues inside Vaughn made the deal too risky. 130 jobs hung in the balance, and 69 of those workers lived right there in Bushnell. The town's first female mayor, Robin Wilt, grew up next to that plant. She once said she grew up falling asleep hearing the hammers drop. Now she was watching those hammers go silent. But the story didn't end there. Behind the scenes, local economic development leaders, the state government, and Marshalltown itself went back to the table. By May 2024, Marshalltown had purchased all assets of Vaughn and Bushnell. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced a $5 million grant to make it happen. And Joe Carter, Marshalltown's president and CEO, said something that tells you everything about why this mattered. Without that help, Marshalltown Hammer could not and would not have taken on this major challenge to save these jobs and breathe life back into this 155-year-old company. Over 120 employees kept their jobs. Wages went up. Healthcare improved. Marshalltown even covered outstanding medical debt left behind by the previous owners. Vaughn hammerheads are still manufactured in Bushnell, Illinois, and their hickory handles still come from Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. The brand lives on. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The fact that a $5 million government grant was needed to keep a single hammer factory open tells you exactly where American tool manufacturing stands right now. So who's left? There are 4 brands, and each one has a story. The first is Estwing. If there's a single hammer that represents American manufacturing, it might be this one. Ernest O. Estwing was a Swedish immigrant who settled in Rockford, Illinois, a city that earned the nickname "Screw Capital of the World" for its role in fastener production. In 1923, he founded his company with one radical idea: forge the head and handle from a single piece of solid steel, specifically a high-carbon steel alloy, using a drop forging process that fuses strength into every layer. No joints, no weak points, a hammer that simply could not come apart. That concept was so sound, it has remained essentially unchanged for over 100 years. Today, Estwing sources its steel from Nucor in Nebraska, employs between 250 and 300 people in Rockford, and grosses somewhere between $50 and $100 million a year. They've added nearly 70 robots to their plant. but every tool still starts as one solid piece of American steel. A finished Estwing claw hammer runs around $25 to $30, typically 3 times the price of an import, and worth every cent to the people who use one daily. In 2005, an Estwing hammer earned a place in the Smithsonian's Industry and Manufacturing collection. Neil Armstrong trained with an Estwing geology pick before heading to the moon, and in 2023, the company celebrated its 100th anniversary, still forging in the same city where it all began. The second is Council Tool. Down in Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina, Council Tool has been forging since 1886, making it one of the oldest tool-making operations in the country. It started when John Pickett Council, a farmer and turpentine producer, got fed up with the tools available to him and decided to make his own. The early product line centered on tools for the turpentine harvesting industry, which drove a significant part of the Southern economy at the time. Today, Council Tool stands as the oldest American-made axe company, and they're fiercely committed to domestic sourcing. The steel is American, the hickory for the handles is American, and they forge, finish, and assemble everything in North Carolina using drop forging, which they'll tell you is simply the right way to make an axe, and has been for a very long time. The third is Hardcore Hammers, the youngest company on this list. Founded in 2010 in Hillsboro, Illinois, with a straightforward mission: bring hammer manufacturing back to American soil. They forge and finish every hammer and hatchet using domestic steel and American craftspeople, right there in their Illinois facility. In a market dominated by imports, that makes them something increasingly rare. A new American tool company that chose to manufacture here from day one. And the fourth is Vaughan, now operating under Marshalltown. We've already covered what nearly happened to them, but the Vaughn process itself deserves a closer look. Their hammers use fully forged solid steel that goes through a proprietary triple-zone heat-treating process, a form of differential hardening where the strike face, the claw, and the eye each receive precisely calibrated hardness and toughness for their specific function. It's the kind of metallurgical precision that meets and often exceeds ASTM standards for striking tools. It was Vaughn who introduced the distinctive curve of the hammer claw, the set of the handle and the shape of the head that most people picture when they think of a hammer. They produce more than 250 different kinds. They've made Craftsman hammers for 100 years, long before Stanley Black & Decker absorbed that brand and shifted much of its production overseas. And they manufacture under private labels like Snap-on and Stanley. A couple of honorable mentions round out the picture. Martinez Tool Company, founded in 2015 by Mark Martinez, is 100% made in the USA. Martinez is the man who designed the Stiletto titanium hammer back in 2000, taking out a $60,000 loan to do it. He sold Stiletto to Milwaukee Tool in 2007, spent a few years planting almond trees in Central California, and then on February 22, 2015, standing in a tool store holding a hammer, he mumbled, "Boy, I can make a much better hammer than this piece of crap." Martinez Tool was born that day. Stiletto itself still produces its all-titanium hammers in the USA, though some of their other products come from overseas. The bigger picture, though, is grim. American tool manufacturing didn't collapse overnight. It was dismantled across decades, through trade policies in the 1990s, including NAFTA and the trade normalization agreements that opened the door to Chinese manufacturing at scale, and retail pressure from giants like Home Depot and Walmart, who pushed domestic manufacturers to offshore production or lose shelf space. The hammer manufacturing hubs that grew up in Zhejiang province in China and in Taiwan undercut American producers on price in ways that no domestic forge could match. Recently, Home Depot stopped selling Estwing, and Lowe's dropped Vaughn, two American brands those stores had carried for decades. Both were replaced with hammers from brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Crescent, all sourced from Asia. Brands that never forged or sold hammers are now occupying the shelf space that American forges built. As Charlie Vaughn, fifth generation of the founding family, once said, "We certainly can't compete with China on price, but we can on quality and evolution, new products and new ways of doing things." The U.S. hand and power tool market is projected to reach nearly $5 billion by 2028. And the question is how much of that will be forged here, by American hands, using American steel, in factories where workers can still hear the hammers drop. Right now, the answer fits on one hand, with a finger to spare. 4 brands, 4 forges, and that's what's left. Every single one of them is worth knowing about.